Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for the Rolling 10 Project Pan finale of 2024. So crazy. Like this went quick. Like it went really quick. The year, the project. I mean, mind you, this was a roller coaster for me this year with like the flow of the project. Like we took a little bit of a hiatus like around spring, beginning of summer. So it's not like I was like consistently doing the project, but yeah, still went really quick. And I only have 8 products to update you on here. 8 products because I didn't roll anything in last time. I was just trying to really hone in on the couple that I had. So we'll do a whole recap of kind of like the notable things, like what I finished, what I maybe hit pan on, like overall throughout the year in this particular project. I didn't have a ton of things that I finished, but I am proud, of course, of the things I did finish. And I never set out this year to finish all these products. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was never the goal this year. I wanted to have a relaxed approach to this project because, you know, finishing makeup can feel very daunting. And I have, you know, a more minimal collection now. It's not like super minimal, but it's down a lot from where it was. So I'm happy with, you know, how I finished my makeup this year and like how I rotated it. So we're good. So anyway, let's just jump into this update and we'll talk about other stuff later. Lip products, I had 2 in, and we have the Makeup Academy shade 205, discontinued brand from the drugstore. And I rehomed it into this container and I used it 20 times since the last update. And I had to recenter the product. So there's no more like center pan. I kind of had to move everything in because I wasn't able to like effectively reach it just using my finger. And now my nails are super long. So I had to fix that. And that's what it looks like now. Not very attractive, but 20 times. And yeah, I still like it. I think it's useful in my collection. I do mix it with things. Nothing's changed there. I never wear it by itself. I always mix it with like a deeper shade to kind of get rid of the concealer lip look. I'm not really into that these days, but it's a nice type of shade to own for me. Like I always like to have like a more pale nude type of thing. I don't necessarily love this product too much. Like the color's a little too brown. So this whole packaging leaves much to be desired, but we have it and I'm still willing to finish it. So that will be rolling into next year. Next, we have the NYX Angel Food Cake butter gloss. This I was trying to finish. I used this 15 times since the last update and it is finished, you guys. I am shocked. I literally just finished this week. I was able to kind of slap a little bit more on today, mixed with another color, of course, because that's what I do. But I finished it. Like, that's awesome. Like, I'm super excited that I don't have to roll this into next year. And yeah, I'm thrilled. I've had it for years, like most of my NYX lip butter glosses. I probably got them around the same time, and it's just a really great formula. This particular shade of pink is a very, I guess, a brighter shade of pink. A little bit brighter than I normally like to wear. You can't really tell as much here because there's not really anything left, but I did have to mix this like everything else with another color to either dull it down a little bit and make it a little bit more to my liking. And I kind of went back and forth about this. I'm like, do I really need this type of product? Like, can I just declutter instead of try to finish it? But I really did find ways to make this work. And I did enjoy using it, like mixing it with other colors. And I really learned how to make it work for me. So I will kind of, in a weird way, miss this, but not that much. I'm glad to get it out. Like, I'm very happy about that. Still love the formula. The shade, I learned how to like make it work for me. So yeah, very excited. Some blush. So I have Tarte Party, and this blush, the goal is to finish it. I did not finish it, but I used it 12 times since the last update, and now it looks like this. Kind of looks very similar to last month, just the pan might be slightly more expanded. In other months, I was very focused on using this and maybe like 1 or 2 other blushes, but this month though, I have so many like winter blushes that I love using, and I wasn't going to ignore those just to, you know, really try to finish this because I love my other blushes that are used at this time of year like so much. So I had about 3 or 4 of those. I think about 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3 that I was rotating in addition to this. So this didn't get quite as much usage as last month, I don't think. Yeah, last month was like 23 times versus this month at at 12. So it's like, yeah, I think that's fine. And I'm totally okay with that. I think this will be done next year at some point because I do want to finish this. So it's just going to roll into next year. I still really like this blush a lot. I love the neutralness of it, that it's not like really hard to use, because as long as we still like our products and we're not getting sick of them too much, like, I think it's fine. So yeah, we have also the Marc Jacobs Tantastic, I guess, mini bronzer. And this one I also want to finish up. I used this 21 times since the last update, and here's how it's looking now. So clearly not finished, but the pan is expanding, you know, it's getting its usage. So I'm really happy with how this is coming along. Yeah, it is a very subtle bronzer on my skin tone, so I wanted to use it now while my skin isn't tan. Yeah, I'm really expecting or hoping that this is done by summertime so that I don't have to like delay using it. And do you know what I mean? Like, I want to get it out before the summer, hopefully. So that's the goal. I mean, as long as it gets used up by the end of 2025, like, we're good. But I really think it will be. I have a good feeling about that because it's not like there's a whole lot left in here. So we'll see. It's still a nice product. I like the finish of it. It's just the shade is a little light. So it's perfect for this time of year. Then we have the Tarte Stunner highlighter, which I wanted to just hit pan on this. I used this 15 times. And within those 15 times, I still didn't hit pan. So I can see the dip getting deeper a little bit. I kind of wasn't using this as much, like, since the last update, like in those beginning few weeks, just because I just didn't feel like it. And then I started ramping up the usage again, like, as it got closer to this update. So I am being vigilant about using this pretty much every time I do my makeup now, because I'm really wanting to hit pan on this. And it's a really tricky one because there's a lot of like glitter particle, not glitter, but like the, what is it? This, is it Formica? Is that what that is? That like really shimmery, like, particles in there. And you think that it's pan sometimes and you're like, wait, is that pan? But it's like, oh, nope. That will be rolling into next year. Who knows? Maybe I'll hit pan on this before the end of the year. Like, that would be a nice, like, New Year's thing. All right, now we have some non-makeup items. I have a perfume. I have the Juicy Couture original perfume, Ancient, in this small bottle here, and that is where I'm at now, that line. And it comes down the same exact amount every single month. So that's where we started, and here's where we are now. And I brought this in August, which feels like a lifetime ago. Or was it July? Oh yeah, I think August. But that's where we are. And I'm predicting probably 2 to 3 months left if it goes the way it's been going. So I think I've been getting pretty good use out of it. I've been switching off between this and another perfume this month, which I'm okay with that too. Again, I don't want to like ignore all my stuff just because I'm trying to pan things, but I do have a focus on finishing this for sure. So 2025, this will be leaving. So I'm happy with that. I still like the fragrance. Last month, I think I was kind of getting over it, but now I'm back to liking it again. I think because I have a different perfume to switch it off with. This has a slight fruity scent, but I feel more like it's spicier than it is fruity, even though the fruitiness is there. I don't even know the notes. I can't even promise I'm going to put the notes anywhere on the screen. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a nice fragrance. Just trust me with that. I have some skincare. So I have the Innisfree Pore Clearing Mask. This guy that I wanted to finish up completely by the end of this year, and unfortunately that did not happen. I think I used this about twice since the last update. Normally I use it about like 3 or 4 times like in a month, and that didn't happen this time. I just wasn't great about using my masks. I don't know. But that said, it is looking deeper in there. There's probably a good, I don't know, 5, 6 uses left in here. I don't know, maybe more. I don't know. We'll see. Another one that we'll have to wait till next year to finish up, because I just can't. Masking is one of those things that I would like to do more, but I have to be realistic. Like, I'm exhausted at the end of the night. Like, that's when I would normally do a mask. I don't really do it during the day because then I'm putting makeup on my face. I feel like it's kind of like, I know you could do these during the day. I don't know. I just feel like it's an end of the day type of thing for me, but you know, maybe I'll switch that up and try to do it during the day more so that I can actually get to finishing it and using it. So we'll see. In general, this mask is really nice. It's a very smoothing type of mask. It's not irritating for me. It makes my skin feel really soft afterwards. But that said, I'm not like obsessed with this mask. I think it's a nice quality mask. It's decent, but yeah, nothing that like sweeps me off my feet. And it's nice to have like for when your skin's feeling congested. It's always nice to have like a mask in general, but it still takes me forever. And this is like the smaller size of it too. So yep. Okay, the last product before I start like rounding things up is the Honey Halo Pharmacy moisturizer, face moisturizer, and it was just like this size. This is finished. That was the goal. I'm so excited. I know it's not like the biggest container of all time, but like it still took me a while because I rotate between this and like other nighttime products. But yeah, so I love the smell. It smells just like honey, but it is such a nice moisturizer. I don't typically use like a cream on my face at night. I usually do like an oil of some sort or a retinol or whatever. But this was nice, and it was nice to have this option. I really appreciated it, and I really was trying to focus on getting it out before 25, and I did it. I don't know if I would ever buy this, but it was nice to try, and it was quality. So if you're looking for moisturizer for your face, like, and you like the smell of honey, try this one out. It feels very like luxurious, but it's not like greasy and thick. Like it sinks into your face really nicely. So I really appreciated it. And the glass jar is really nice too. So that was a nice product that I was just sleeping on for a while, which understood, like there's other things I want to use, but I'm glad that I had this project to kind of like get me to refocus on it. So yeah. All right, so this part of the video, I just want to kind of sum up 2024's Rolling 10 Project Pan. Like I said earlier, and like you might remember, I kind of fell off doing this project in like spring into summer because I was just noticing like how I was using my makeup. And I didn't really want to like super focus on having goals. I just wanted to like freely use my makeup however I wanted, which was definitely necessary at that point. And I was happy and fine with that. Like, sometimes you just need to take a break. That might be a yearly thing that I do. I don't know. But that's how it went this year. But then I brought it back in July, like big time, because I just wasn't like super thrilled with my blush number. And, you know, I was watching everybody's updates and I was like, oh, I kind of miss doing a project. So we brought her back. I finished 3 lip products this year. Abu Dhabi lip cream by NYX. I finished up Essence Gold Dust gloss, and I finished the NYX Angel Food Cake, which is great. 3 products that I was able to move out. I finished the Sonia Kashuk contour stick this year. That thing that was in projects for years. That was super exciting. I finished the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil, a travel body spray by Bath and Body Works. You know, that wasn't full size or anything. I was like probably close to being finished, but the fact is it's done and no longer in my collection. So that's super exciting. A few samples. I finished up this moisturizer that I just talked about, a black eyeliner that I was also using in projects for a couple years, an Avon one. So that was really exciting. So overall, I completed 12 things, 3 of which were samples. So I don't know if you would count that as like that significant, but like, I'm pretty happy with that. And I hit pan on 2 products. Even though I know it's still in the project, the Marc Jacobs bronzer I hit pan on during this project, and the Stila Kitten eyeshadow, which I've had for like probably over a decade. I hit pan on that during this project. I learned that I really like using mousse in my hair. That's something that I had in for like a usage goal, like a 5 times usage goal back in maybe January, and was able to finish that up. Like I kicked it out after 5 uses, but I was still using it like outside of the project, ended up finishing it and repurchased the mousse after all these years of not using a mousse. So that was a cool lesson that I learned. One of the lessons that I learned at least during this project this year. And I made a lot of progress on, you know, the products that are still left in the project. And I also had usage goals on a ton of other products, which I'm not going to get into here. But yeah, I was able to rotate a couple things in through this project and meet some goals there. So I'm pretty happy with this project. If I get to finish any lip product, I'm always thrilled. I don't know what next year will look like with that, but yeah, I'm happy to get anything out. Like, I'm not a huge like lip product, like thick lipstick, like go hard at it panning person, but I was able to mix a lot of colors together and like experiment with stuff. So I'd say like for what my expectations were, or I don't even know if I had actual expectations, but I'm pretty happy with 2024's project. Now for next year, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the same layout. I'm probably not going to call it rolling 10 because at this point that I don't know if I really want to have 10 things going in the project or if I'm just going to call it a regular project pan. Like, I don't know. So what I have left, I still want to see pan next year. So there will be panning of some sort in 2025. Again, I don't know what format I'm gonna do or if I'm gonna I'm probably only gonna do one project because that's all I can handle in my life these days. It's hard. It's really difficult when I don't know. I just feel like between my job and like being a mom, it's just like it's really hard to find the free time to do it. The bandwidth to create content sometimes. So that's why it's kind of been like the way it's been this year, and I feel like it's only going to get worse. I don't know if that's true. I don't want to like dissuade you from like subscribing or liking, so please do that if you made it this far. That kind of even though I know I'm not like the biggest channel, and I know like, you know, I'm not this huge YouTuber, and I'm not really as like into buying makeup anymore, which that's probably why some of you are here anyway. I still like to have an outlet and talk about the things I am working on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this project this year and hanging out with me for this update. I'm excited for 2025. I think it's going to be good. I hope so. Never want to speak too soon, but I think it's going to be a good year for like, you know, trying to finish stuff like this. So catch you in the next one. Have a good Christmas if you celebrate. Have a great holiday. Maybe I'll make a video before New Year's. I don't know. And if not, have a great New Year's. So I'll see you and have a good one. Bye, everyone.